As the systematic beatdown of Seo-jun continues, we see that the principal has made his way back into his office, and to not get caught, Pai-han-ul has snuck underneath the work table. The principal picks up a call from someone who seems like an influential person, and the principal confirms to the person that they've indeed blocked off all communication methods for the students. The principal then adds to that by saying that according to their plan, they've managed to assign 3 representatives for each class. However, among the 3, it seems like Seo-jun is the one person who best fits their mold. Pai-han listens to this from underneath the table and wonders just what does the principal mean when he says that. The principal then goes on to say that Seo-jun is just a protected kid from a rich family, so he fits that part, and that Seo-jun is very good at fighting too. We then see the principal opening up his laptop to see the fight between Kang Hae-hyo and Seo-jun while he was talking to the person on phone. The principal then says the most standout thing about Seo-jun is that he has a never-say-die attitude and that he surpasses even his own limits. He further adds that he has no idea just how he has so much stamina and perseverance. We then go back to the fight, where we see that Kang Hyo has finally slowed down a little, as he has been frustrated by Seo-jun. Kang Hyo wonders just how Seo-jun is capable of taking such damage. Seo-jun then finally speaks up after a while, and he taunts Kang Hyo by asking if he is done already, and that he looks tired. Kang Hyo gets riled up by hearing this, and to prove Seo-jun wrong, he loads up and tries to go from the finishing blow, saying that he ain't tired, because he isn't the one who took the bulk of the hits so far. However, as he is in motion, Seo-jun replies by saying that it doesn't matter if he gets hit, as long as he isn't hit in the head, his opponents will be the ones getting tired, and right then Seo-jun lands a massive back fist that knocks down Kang Hae-hyo to the ground. This shocks everyone as they can't believe how Kang Hyo suddenly went down, while others understand that Seo-jun isn't called the number 1 for no season. Kang Ri also sees this and she can't quite compute why Seo-jun has such otherworldly stamina, while to others, it's already a foregone conclusion that Seo-jun has won the match, as he has his finishing blow loaded up. Just as Seo-jun is about to hit the final blow though, Kang Hyo lands a massive kick from the ground to Seo-jun's face, which changes the momentum of the fight again. We then also see that the principal said to the person on the phone that their actual ideal choice for this project is Kang Hae-hyo. We then see that the kick has made Seo-jun groggy and everyone, including Kang Ri and her 2 friends, are shocked after seeing the tides turn again. Kang Hyo sees Seo-jun struggling after the kick to the face, and he quickly follows it up with a round sweep kick, which connects and makes Seo-jun fall down, and his head bounced off the floor, it making a thudding sound. Kang Hae-hyo then says that there's no way he was losing this one, and that it was decided that he would be beating Seo-jun the moment when Seo-jun started getting cocky about the things. Kang Hae-hyo then pivots to deliver a crushing punch to the face of Seo-jun, while saying that he only hurt a scared little kid, when Seo-jun was boasting about his greatness. The punch lands flush on the face of Seo-jun, and just like that, the match was over, and Kang Hae-hyo was victorious of Seo-jun. Seo-jun's lackeys are shocked by this, as they can't believe that their strong leader had fallen to someone like Kang Hae-hyo, and they find it unbearable that they have to just stand and watch as Seo-jun gets beaten to a pulp. Kang Hyo then celebrates his monumental victory of Seo-jun by kissing the fist which he used to deliver the emphatic final blow, and then pointing it towards Kang Hae-ri and saying that he fought this fight and won it all for her while blushing a lot. This act unexpectedly makes Kang Hae-ri blush as well, but she plays off cool by saying that Kang Hyo is just embarrassing her at this point. As Seo-jun lays there, knocked out, he thinks of a core memory from his childhood. In the flashback, we see that Seo-jun's father had come back from work to see Seo-jun and the housemaid greeting him. However, Seo-jun's father notices the bruises and scars on Seo-jun's face and asks the maid what had happened to his little boy, to which the maid said that the young master had gotten into a fight with Park Man-bok, and that it all happened while Seo-jun's mother was busy, and the maid herself was doing the chores, so by the time she went there, the fight was already happening. Seo-jun's father tells her that it's okay, and says that it's only normal for boys to fight when growing up. Seo-jun's father then asks Seo-jun if he had won that fight with Man-bok, to which Seo-jun tears up and replies that he had lost the fight, citing that Man-bok is the much bigger boy, and is also learning Taekwondo. Seo-jun's father pats his head, and tells him that it's okay, and that men shouldn't be crying over such little things. Seo-jun's father then tells him to go to bed and have some rest with his pet dog Aji. Seo-jun listens to this and goes to sleep with his dog. However, upon waking up, Seo-jun doesn't find his pet dog. Seo-jun then goes to his father and asks about where Aji went to which Seo-jun's father responds by saying that he had given away the pet dog to Park Man-bak, because according to him, it's only fair that the strong take from the weak. So he tells Seo-jun to get stronger to protect the things he has, instead of crying around and making silly complaints about the other person being bigger or being better trained, as that's only an excuse for the weak. This pep talk really changed Seo-jun, so he later went to take back his pet dog from Man-bak and beat him up badly with a baseball bat. From that day onwards, Seo-jun realized what he needed to do. Back to the current time, Seo-jun suddenly wakes up, and he gets back up saying that it's not so easy for him to lose. Kang Hae-hyo says that he feels bad for himself, because he needs to put in the work again. Seo-jun decides that he needs to do something outrageous, something out of the ordinary, for him to win this right from the position that he was currently there in, and so Seo-jun decides to do something out of the box. We then see Seo-jun dashing towards Kang Hae-hyo to land a double-legged takedown, taking the fight to the ground to counter Kang Hyo's striking prowess. Meanwhile, we see Sang-ah and her minions walking to the rooftop to see what's up. Sang-ah says that her man must have already beaten Kang Hae-ri to a pulp. One of the chumps asks about Seo-jun's refusal to fight girls, but the other one replies by saying that Seo-jun wouldn't just let off someone who hits his girlfriend Sang-ah. Sang-ah says that even she is afraid that Seo-jun might go overboard. Sang-ah then goes to see the fight at the rooftop, where she sees that her boyfriend Seo-jun is caught up by Kang Hae-hyo, who then delivers a massive brainbuster spike, which Arn Anderson would be proud of. Choi Woo sees this and understands that it's game over for Seo-jun right away, because he had also taken that move. Kang Hae-hyo sees that Seo-jun is down and out, and he wishes that Seo-jun doesn't get back up this time, because that would all but prove that he isn't a human. Meanwhile, Seo-jun's lackeys have also realized that Seo-jun has been beaten for real, which is why they get angry and try to act on it by trying to attack a tired Kang Hyo. However, just as they're about to attack him, Gyu Sang and Choi Woo come to the rescue. Gyu Sang hits a gorgeous-looking flying side kick to one of the lackeys midsection, whereas Choi Woo hits one of them with a wicked right hand to knock them out. This makes the lackeys retreat for a bit. Choi Woo and Gyu Sang make it clear on who they are siding with, and tells the lackeys to mind their own business as Seo-jun is already down and out. They also warn anyone to step up if they want to, saying that they'll beat up anyone who wants to pick a fight with Kang Hae-hyo. Gyu Sang then tells a lackey to take Seo-jun to the infirmary, as he is severely hurt, and the lackey agrees, saying that they'll take care of Kang Hyo once they're done taking care of Seo-jun's problem. We then see the entire horde of people chanting Kang Hae-hyo's name, as Gyu Sang and Choi Woo offer him their support to stand tall once again. Kang Hyo asks why they're being so nice all of a sudden, to which they reply by telling if that they were already friends, and whispers to him that they should act friendly in front of people. The three then start acting all friendly and giddy to each other, and they start laughing. Kang Hae-ri sees this and wonders just how mysterious Kang Hae-hyo is, because he just beat the mighty Seo-jun out of nowhere. However, she wonders why the three of them were laughing so much. We then see Gyu Sang and Choi Woo are getting closer to Kang Hyo, and Kang Hae-ri doesn't quite like this, because she feels like they're replacing her from the 3 stars. Back at the principal's office, we see the principal informing the higher power that Kang Hae-hyo has won the fight. However, at that moment, Teacher Lee suddenly gets inside the office, and the principal quickly gets out of the footage of the fight and hangs up the call he was on. He tells the teacher to knock before coming in, but the teacher informs him about the fight between Seo-jun and Kang Hae-hyo, and the principal reacts to this as if he had no idea and show fake worry to rush to the scene, even disregarding his call as secondary to the student's safety. After they get out of the room, Pai-han gets out off from the underneath of the table and wonders just what is going, as the teacher was surely aware of the fight going on, so why did he suddenly act shocked? Later on, we see that Kang Hae-hyo has gotten out of the principal's office after some talk. Choi Woo and Gyu Sang are worried about the punishment that was being served to Kang Hae-hyo, so they get extra shocked to learn that not only was he left off the hook after a simple warning, but was also told about receiving a parcel from home. They're really shocked knowing that he wasn't given any serious punishment, and they start celebrating with him, and even plan to go with him to see what Kang Hyo had received from his family, but Kang Hae-ri doesn't like that. Kang Hae-ri tells her 2 friends that they're acting too happy, and that outsiders would think they're super close with Kang Hyo. However, Choi Woo and Gyu Sang take offense to this. They say that all this was directly caused by Kang Ri's issues with Seo-jun, and that Kang Hae-hyo defended her, and raised the reputation of the 3 stars by defeating the mighty Seo-jun. So they think that Kang Hae-ri should consider thanking Kang Hae and should befriend him for now. This further angers the already angry Kang Hae-ri, as she says that she didn't get on her knees to ask someone to help her with this situation, so she has no reason to thank him. She also goes on to add that she is not Kang Hae-ri, and that she is the one true Kang Hae-hyo. Her temper had gone over the limit, so she decides to run away from the place, while thinking that she was really done wrong by God, because God made her a girl. This leaves Kang Hae-hyo all confused and worried. Meanwhile, Choi Woo and Gyu Sang have no idea on why she is behaving this way. They come to the conclusion that even though Kang Hae-ri acted like she was a male during junior high school, she is still a girl at heart. Then the 2 perverts speculate if she is going through periods or not, while getting all excited. Then they all decide to see the parcels that were sent to Kang Hae-hyo by his family. We then see that Kang Hae-ri has also received a parcel, but she didn't understand why it was there. Young Suri checks his parcel to see the same gift as well. It's the logo of the group that was made by Choi Suk-hwan. Kang Hyo also checks his parcels, and he also finds a lot of stickers from the same group, and he also gets surprised by this, as the mystery deepens regarding why such weird acts start to come all of a sudden. We then see Young Suri wondering just why would his family members send him these things. Just then his friend comes in and tells him about how Kang Hae-hyo had defeated the number 1 of Gangnam, Seo-jun. To which Young Suri replies by saying that he doesn't care about that stuff, and then his friend lets him know that because of Kang Hae-hyo's victory over Seo-jun, he is being touted as the number 1 of the entire Ultimate High School. Young Suri is once again unfazed by this, saying that he doesn't care about what people think about. His friend then notices the 2 lion badges that Suri has on him, and Young Suri tells him that he had won one of those badges by beating him, and that's how he got the huge logo of the lion which sits proudly on his back. Suri's friend tells him that he should have 2 more of those badges. As to be the number 1 in Seoul, it was required for one to have 4 of those at once. This puts Young Suri on the spot, and he doesn't really have anything to refute the claims. In another scene, we see that Kang Hae-ri is in the hospital room, where a banged-up Seo-jun is staying. There, Kang Hae-ri gives Seo-jun back the badge she once took from him, saying that it's his badge. Seo-jun denies taking this, saying that he doesn't want her pity. Kang Ri makes it clear to him that she unfairly took it after losing the fight, so he is the desired holder of the badge. Seo-jun asks Kang Ri if she is doing all this to make fun of him after he lost to the fake Kang Hae-hyo. She replies to him saying that it's nothing like that, and that he didn't lose to Kang Hyo because he was weaker or anything. She reckons that he only lost the fight because he underestimated Kang Hyo. He only thought of him as an imposter, and when he started showing his skill, Seo-jun got overwhelmed and got outpaced by Kang Hyo. She reckons that only if he fought at his own pace and didn't let his guard down, he would have been easily beating guys like Kang Hae-hyo. Kang Ri is then about to leave after giving Seo-jun the badge. However, Seo-jun calls out to her and says that she doesn't want him to thank her. Seo-jun finally asks his question, asking that if he reopens the same group as the Predator chat group that ran the Survival of the Fittest challenge in Seoul, would she be interested in joining, to which Kang Ri says that it's a no-brainer for her and that she will definitely join. Kang Ri then tells him that she will be back to get back her badge, and as she is about to leave, she thinks about how she needs to prove her worth to everyone once again and break the misconceptions that girls can't be badasses. Seo-jun then calls her again. However, this time this isn't about anything important, as he just wants her to give back Sang-os jersey. As it is a couple match with him, this embarrasses Kang Ri, as she complies with the request. We then see that Kang Hyo is sitting in his room and wondering why he was sent these badges instead of some actual clothes. Kang Hyo then remembers that particular day. We see the flashback where we see that Kang Hyo is being kicked in the face by Choi Suk-hwan, and Pai-han takes the opportunity to tell his chumps to take out Kang Hyo forever. However, Kang Hyo easily fought them off, but what really shocked him was that Choi Suk-hwan who attacked him again and said that he is not Kang Hyo's lackey, which Kang Hyo didn't understand what it was about. Kang Hyo then got beaten up by everyone there. Kang Hyo then vowed to take revenge on both Suk-hwan and Pai-han. However, as he was already down bad from the beatdown, he lost control and got hit by a truck, which totally ruined his life, as his next memory was going to a new school, where was bullied severely by others. Back to present time, what bothers Kang Hyo the most that he can't remember what took place between his accident and admission to a new school. Just as he was getting more and more frustrated, Kang Ri comes to his room and asks Kang Hyo if he is free. If so, she wants to fight him. Kang Hae-ri further puts her lion badge on the line, saying that she will give it to him if he wins. Kang Hyo then sees the lion badge while Kang Ri goes on about how the lion badge might look like it's nothing, but it is indeed one of the most valuable things out there, because it means that you are the strongest of your area, so she wants to fight him and prove it once and for all that who is the stronger one. Kang Hyo then calls her, and when she does come, he dumps all the badges he got in front of her, telling her to take as many as she wants. Kang Ri is overwhelmed by all this. Kang Hyo says that all the things she holds valuable to her might not be as valuable as she thinks it is. Kang Ri is feeling little when she sees that Kang Hyo has so many badges, and so Shade asks him just who is he, to which Kang Hyo replies that he doesn't quite know for sure himself, but he knows that this badge thing, everything about it, is the product of a joke he once did, and it was turned into a real thing by someone who can't take jokes. Kang Ri says that it doesn't matter how it was made, what matters is that he said that what she holds valuable now will have no value in the future. Kang Ri says that she is the kind of person who can't give a damn about the future, as her full focus is on the present. And that's why she wants to fight him. However, Kang Hyo directly rejects the challenge to the surprise of Kang Ri. Kang Hyo says that he doesn't want to fight her. Kang Ri asks him why he doesn't want to fight her, to which Kang Hyo simply replies by saying that he doesn't want to fight her because he likes her. This makes Kang Ri blush, and she says that she only flirted with him because she wanted him to fight Seo Jun, but Kang Hyo says that he already knew that, but that was the first time a girl had behaved like that with him, so he fell for her. Kang Hyo then asks Kang Ri out on a date. Kang Ri starts blushing profusely and says that she doesn't want to date him and calls him stupid for asking out the person who wants to fight him on a date. We then see the scene changes to 4 days later, where we see Young Suri being interrupted by his fat friend. The friend asks for his badge back, and Young Suri finds this amusing and asks him why he wants it, among other stuff. The friend replies by saying that he feels ashamed, knowing that he was the only one Suri beat while on his path to winning the crown of #1, and so he wants it back. Young Suri tells him about how he had challenged leaders from all regions, however, all of them were scared, and that they ran away like kids hearing that he was in their area. The friend understands this situation, decides to hold back on fighting. Right then and there, we see the sudden return of the mighty Seo Jun, who says that his lion badge was stolen by Kang Hae-ho. Suri and his buddy are a bit shocked after the return, and Seo Jun doesn't miss any time to argue. Seo Jun says that this is the only way they're going to figure out who is eligible to keep the badge. Suri dismisses him, telling him he was already disqualified because he lost to Kang Hae-hyo. Seo Jun tells him that the guy he lost to isn't the 3 stars Kang Hae-hyo, and Suri responds to this by saying that Seo Jun isn't making any sense. Seo Jun says that he is done talking and goes on the attack against Young Suri. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we see that Kang Ri is returning Sang-ah her jacket, which Sang-ah throws away. Kang Ri wonders why she threw away her couple jacket and asked if it is because she wore it. Sang-ah says that it is no longer a couple outfit because she doesn't want to associate with weak guys like Seo Jun. Kang Ri tells her that Seo Jun is starting again, and besides, he is doing great, and he will make a move again. She also further adds that the jersey jacket is expensive. Sang-ah replies by saying that not only is it an expensive piece of wear, but it is exclusively made too. Sang-ah also wonders if she rushed her breakup with Seo Jun. Meanwhile, Kang Hae-ri is happy because she got expensive clothes for free. Back to the fight, we see that Seojun's wild swing was countered by a counterpunch to the midsection by Young Suri. Young Suri then followed it all up with a barrage of punches to the same area of Seo Jun to devastate Seo Jun and hurt him. We then see that the punches have really taken a toll on Seo Jun, as we can see that he starts choking out thanks to those punches. After taking control of the fight with the midsection blows, Young Suri delivers an emphatic uppercut to the chin on Seo Jun to knock him down. Seo Jun is out of it after this beat down, but he tries to get back up, while Young Suri teases him by saying that Seo Jun doesn't have any excuses to call back to this time, as he just lost badly anyway. This angers Seo Jun, as he retorts back to this by saying that he is the best of Gangnam, so Young Suri shouldn't take him so lightly. Saying this, Seo Jun tries to get up and restart the fight. However, he feels a sudden pull around his stomach area and immediately holds on to that area, and this was the perfect chance for Young Suri to land a quick hook to knock him down, as we learn that those midsection shots really messed up Seo Jun. Despite pretty much winning there, Young Suri decides to continue the beatdown by getting on top of Seo Jun and continuing the beatdown with some non-stop grounding and pounding. Young Suri says that what he enjoys the most is beating up people like Seo Jun, saying that he finds another kind of pleasure from beating up rich kids who think they're the real deal. Young Suri's friend was shocked, seeing this cynical version of his friend. He wonders why he is being so aggressive towards Seo Jun in particular, and thinks about how it wasn't the same when he had fought him. We then see a flashback of sorts where Young Suri is beating up a guy. After that, Young Suri and his friends are talking about how people aren't the same as people make it out to be, and that class distinctions do exist. His friends then talk about how people of the higher class aren't loyal, just like how the friends of the people they just beat up when they started losing. Young Suri replies to this by saying that his friends ran away when they had the chance to which his friends replied by saying that they let him do that on purpose because they knew that he could handle it. They then go on to praise Young Suri as a hero who slayed 17 opponents on his own. Young Suri is obviously flustered up by this, and he wants to exaggerate the claims by asking them to say that he took out 50 to 100 guys on their own, when even 17 was a huge stretch. After this, we learn about Young Suri's viewpoint. He thinks about how there's a gap in classes even between him and his friends. He thinks that this class disparity is made even more clear in the adults' world. Like how his friend, Duckman's father, is the head of a departmental store. That's why people call him President Kim. Meanwhile, Jingu's father works at a small company, so he is called Manager Lim. However, Young Suri's father, he is just plain old Mr. Young. We learn that Young Suri's father, Mr. Young, is just a poor construction worker. It is seen that a man is ordering Mr. Young around to load up the bricks. Young Suri then wonders just where Mr. Young falls in the social hierarchy. Just then, we see that Seo Jun has arrived at the scene on his sports bike. Seo Jun talks to the person ordering around Mr. Young, who is his uncle, and he asks the man for some money from him. The man tells him that Seo Jun could have just asked his super rich father for the money, but Seo Jun says that he can't do it because he doesn't want them to know what he needs the money for. The man then tells him to stop getting into problematic stuff and offers him $3,000, which Seo Jun accepts. Young Suri sees this and understands that his father and him are really at the bottom of the social hierarchy, as they stand no way near those people in status. That is when Young Suri's father's eyes meet with his son, and this causes him to lose focus in embarrassment, and this makes him drop the bricks that he was carrying. The dropped bricks end up hitting Seo Jun's bike, and this makes Seo Jun and his uncle mad, and they yell and chew out Mr. Young. However, Mr. Young doesn't stay quiet, as he takes out the anger from these things on Young Suri and his little sister at home. We come back to the current timeline where Young Suri says that his father might just be a normal Mr. Young, but he is not. He is special and he is the best there is. We then see a beaten up and laid down Seo Jun on the ground, while a victorious and strong Young Suri stands atop of him. Young Suri then approaches his fat friend and asks him whether or not he still wants the lion badge that he was asking for before Seo Jun had come and interrupted their talk. His friend, who had just seen the destruction that was caused by him, understandably says that he must have gone mindless when he had asked for the lion badge, and makes it clear to Young Suri that he wants none of that. Young Suri then explains to him that he can just go ahead and take the lion badge that belongs to Seo Jun now that he is down and out, and in exchange for that, all he needs to do is to take Seo Jun to the infirmary and make sure he gets treated, and he needs to take the blame for being the one who beat up Seo Jun. His friend, Wang Dongjin, agrees to do as said to him. However, the rumors of Young Suri laying a beat down on Seo Jun has already gone viral around the school.